What's up guys, Rhino here and welcome to another FIFA 20 Ultimate Team video on the channel guys. And today I'm going to be bringing to you another SBC, one which has actually been out for a couple of days and it is due to expire later today. So I actually decided kind of last minute that I wanted to get this one done, and hopefully I'm going to get this out with a few hours spare just so you guys can have a look at it if you do decide last minute to complete it yourselves. Now it's going to be of course one of the Scream themed ones. And it's going to be Piquue. So I was a little bit unsure about this card. It looks really good. Like on the face of it, the card looks superb. But the only thing which really kind of bothered me was the fact that he had high medium work rates. So I basically gave it like a weekend league just to see like if I came up against him a couple of times and see what other people got to say about him, etc, etc. And pretty much, guys, I've not heard a bad review about the guy. I mean, in fact, I've heard some very good reviews about him. People seem to really rave about this guy, which is not really surprising to be honest. When you look at the face stats on the card, he does look like one of the best centre backs out there at the moment. And to be honest, the price that he's going to cost for you to complete it, it's kind of like a no-brainer really in terms of the value of the SBC. It's very much a good value SBC. I don't think that was ever in doubt for me, but I just wasn't sure whether I would personally like him in game, and I've been turned. So I'm going to do him. Of course, 6'4", 3-star, 2-star, not really very relevant. This is the in-game stats, guys. So he actually has really good sprint speed, but not at great acceleration. So whether or not that's going to be an issue for some people, I'm not sure. I don't really know whether that's going to be an issue for me. I'm not really sure to think about it. I feel like it could be maybe, but I'm willing to risk it, to be honest. One of the big things as well is that in terms of like the links that he gets, like chemistry wise, he gets some phenomenal links for some really good players this year. So, I mean, right back, if you want to link to a right back, you've got like Carvajal or Semedo. Left back, there's obviously like Alba, potentially obviously like Ferland, Mendy, Marcelo, those sort of players, but Alba kind of like the main one. Other centre backs, I mean, there's like Umtiti, Longley, obviously for green links. Ramos as well from Real Madrid, and then obviously like Madrid have got Varane as well. Oh, and Eder Militao, I shouldn't forget him, he's actually in my team. One of the big things for me is actually the goalkeeper. Now he obviously gets a green link to ter Stegen, and for me, from my experiences of playing against other people, he is unquestionably the best goalkeeper on this game, without doubt. All I see constantly on Twitter is people saying how good ter Stegen is. And for me, he was an absolute pain in this last weekend league. The amount of games which I lost purely because ter Stegen was just literally just stopping me. Like, he was pulling off some crazy saves in some games. I reckon I probably, not to say if I had ter Stegen I would have won. Like, of course that you can't really determine that, but if my opponents didn't have ter Stegen, I reckon I probably would have picked up an extra 2 or 3 wins, like, quite easily. But yeah, that's part and parcel of it. Of course, everybody's allowed to have whatever players they want, so there's no complaints there on my part. But that's just kind of what I got from it, in that he's just a ridiculous goalkeeper, and I need him. I really want him in my team for the next weekend league. So I was thinking, if I get this Piquue card, this would be a good player to link with him. And then maybe like Longley or Umtiti, something like that. Maybe might be able to keep Militao in there and somehow work it, but I'll have a look at that at a later date. But obviously, carrying on with like the in-game stats, guys. Obviously, I mean, you expect him to be pretty strong. 6'4", he's a big guy. 89 strength there. 71 stamina is pretty good for a centre back. He has 76 jumping, which is actually really good considering he's 6'4", so he's not going to get beaten in the air really. All the defensive stats are very high, as you'd expect. Dribbling is incredible, to be honest. 99 composure, 98 reactions, which is brilliant, because I mean that means any kind of like loose ball in the defensive, well, in the penalty area essentially, he should be onto it in a flash. 95 ball control, 73 dribbling, going to be quite easy to kind of play out from the back with him. A very good ball playing centre back. Obviously the passing stats very solid as well for a defender. Shooting stats are actually quite good for a defender. Not that you probably won't need them that much, but they are pretty good. 86 heading accuracy, which would be quite useful for corners, potentially, if you can actually get it onto his head. Obviously, I know they're quite difficult this year, but let's jump into the squads, which you need to submit to get this one done. So, first one is called La Liga, second one's called Spain, of course. You know, he's pretty much spent nearly his whole career playing for Barcelona. And of course, he's Spanish, so there's no doubt why they've been called that. For the La Liga one, we need at least one La Liga player, at least one inform, and an 84 rated squad, and at least 70 chemistry in the squad. So not too difficult. Pretty much with both the squads, actually, guys, it's the fact that you need informs, which is going to take the price of it and the cost a little bit higher. If it was just 84 rated squads, this would be dirt cheap, but it's the informs which take it kind of to the next level. But I was fortunate in that for both teams I do actually have the informs already. So for me, I've gone for Koscielny. I think I literally packed him like almost, might have been on the first day of the game, possibly the first or second day of the game. I'm pretty sure he's a Team of the Week 1 card anyway. Obviously played 21 games, I don't really use him too much, so I'm more than happy to stick him in there. In terms of La Liga players, I have a lot of them. I've gone for more than one, just purely because I had a lot of La Liga players that were pretty high rated, so I didn't really mind submitting these. So probably the standout one would be Isco, who again, somebody I packed right at the start of the game. Of course, he's a first owner player, so kind of a little bit like wasn't too happy to submit him at first, but when I think about it, like I never use him because I don't really like him on this game. So an 86 rated card, I'm pretty happy to submit that. Other players in there, guys, we've got Luka Jovic, again a first owner card. We've got Asensio, first owner. Benega there, first owner, so literally zero cost on any of these players here. Tadic is actually out on the right wing. He gets that link for being Serbian to Jovic. Just a useful card, really, being an 84 rated. He's an unbelievably cheap 84 rated card. Like, can't say how many times I've packed him, and you look at it and you think, oh, it's a decent pack, it's an 84, but he's probably worth like 900 coins, something like that. So very, very cheap player. Santi Cazorla there, another first owner player, only an 82, but of course we've got a couple of slightly higher rated cards in there to boost the rating up. I've got Raul Albiol at centre back, again first owner. Pepe. I've got Galaxy as just a random guy. This is another like a classic example of a player that is literally just there to fulfill the rating requirement. He has no kind of link to the rest of the team. It's a bit like Koscielny, really. He's literally just there to fulfill the Team of the Week requirement. He no links or anything like that, but it works. Casillas is in goal. Again, first owner. So this first squad has literally cost me zero. You do get a pack for completing it as well. Premium Gold Players pack. Only a 25k pack. Nothing too outrageous, but that's the squad, guys. It's very, very easy to complete. You've got minimal sort of like really high rated cards there. Like if you look at it on the face of it, what have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 83s. 5 83s with 182. 2 84s, but an 84 inform, so 3 84s, but I like to keep the informs separately, obviously kind of a different value, and then 185 and 186, so not really difficult to get at all. And the things at the moment, guys, is a lot of the 85 and 86 rate cards are really, really cheap. Like, you can pick up a lot of 85s for about 10k. What was that, the 86? I can't remember what I paid for. I'll show you in this next one. I picked up a couple. Let me get my numbers right before I start selling anything. So I got an 86 in the mobile. Okay, so 12k for an 86. So not a great deal. So 85s are going to be probably about 9-10k, I would say. Picked up like this 84 De Vrij for like 5k. So you get an idea of the sort of prices of and the values of the players. But let's look at this one properly, guys. So for this squad, because it's called Spain, we do need one Spanish player. Again, we need an inform. This time it requires an 85 rated squad instead of an 84 rated squad, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive to complete. And we do need 75 chemistry, which again is gonna potentially increase the cost of it. I wouldn't say it wouldn't impact it too much, but obviously we need a little bit more chemistry. It does make it you can't, it kind of like minimises the pool of players that you have available to you to put in, so you could somehow see yourself spending a little bit more than you'd like to, but I don't think that really makes too much of an impact. It didn't for me personally in this one, but then that could have been down to the players that I already had in my club. But you know, it's only an extra 5 chemistry in it, so it shouldn't be too much of a difference in comparison to the previous squad. So the Spanish player I've got is Kepa in goal, a first owner player. Only played once for me, so don't really mind sticking him in. Then the rest of the kind of like Premier League players to link with Kepa. I've got Digne there, first owner. Don't mind putting him in. Obviously, he's an 83 now. I had a few 83s originally in this squad. I did have to kind of like buy a couple players, which you'll see now, to boost the rating. This is the one I did struggle a little bit to get to the 85, just purely because normally if you go for like an 85 rated squad, you're going to need a few 86s at least, maybe even a couple of 87s. Like you can see, I've got one 87 in this. So if you could put in some 83s in, it's going to really make it difficult to hit the 85 rating requirement. So we've got Socrates there, who I did pay 4.7k for, just purely because he was the last player I had. I had an 83 there, just wasn't quite enough, so I just had to buy it to take it up. Vertonghen is somebody who I did buy 18k. Is the most expensive player in the entirety of the SBC set, guys. Works quite well. Gets a strong link to Lo Celso. You could get Alderweireld as well. They're literally like exactly the same player. They're both 87 rated, of course, like both Belgian, Tottenham. They're both like SBC fodder because they're not great in games. They're both slow. They're both literally worth the exact same amount. I checked their prices. They're both going for about 18,000 coins currently. So honestly, just take your pick. Just try and snipe one of them really, and then you'll be fine. So De Vrij there, 4.9k. Of course, saw him a minute ago. He's in at the right back slot. The rest of it, I think, other than Immobile, was first owner, I want to say. So we got Sirigu there, who is a first owner player. Kind of went for like a Serie A theme because I've gone for the inform Zapata, who was the other inform that I had in my club already. So I didn't mind sticking him in. Well, like a high rated inform anyway. Of course, we need to try and get a decent rated squad. So I went for Serie A off of him. Got Ilicic as well there. First owner, 84 rated. Szczesny, somebody I actually packed. I want to say it was in a video. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if it might have been my Foot Champions rewards from last week, or possibly a different SBC. Might have been in the advanced SBCs maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was somebody that I actually decided to keep purely because he was literally worth like 10k, and you know it's worked out well for me here because I can use him in the SBC. He's literally just an SBC player, really, guys. Immobile, of course, I've paid about 12k for him, and Lo Celso was a first owner as well. So pretty easy to do. What are we looking at for like a combined price? It was something about 5k for him. It was 18 for him, so it's 23. Say like another 5 for him, take up to 28. And Immobile, so we're talking about 40k, maybe like just under 40k if you could possibly snipe a few players. For the second squad, that was for me personally. Of course, I'm not saying it's going to cost 40k for you because you don't have the exact same players as me in your club. The SBC, if you had to buy it all from scratch, is kind of estimated to cost about 125k when I last checked. Obviously, prices can vary, they can fluctuate. It could be a little bit more, could be a little bit under. You could snipe some players. And like I said, you could have players in your club already, so you could definitely minimise the cost of it. Again, with this one, you're going to get another pack. So with both packs, hopefully you might get something in them. I'm hoping I get something now to minimise the cost of this. The whole thing's cost me like 40k for a phenomenal 90 rated card, which I'm more than happy to submit that. So we're going to go ahead. It's a rare election players pack, so I'm not really sure on the actual value of one of these packs. I don't know if they've ever been in the store before. Honestly, couldn't say. So I would say it's probably like maybe like a 12.5k pack, something like that. So we're probably talking like 40k, or well, like just under 40k back in packs really, when we'd spend like 40k. So not too bad. So here it is, GERARD Piquue. Interesting way to walk out. I like it. So GERARD Piquue is in the club. Pretty happy with that. All that's left now, guys, really is to open the packs. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I've missed in terms of kind of like reasoning behind doing it, but of course, like it's pretty decent value. Good links. Of course, I suppose I should mention, even if you didn't like him, he's a 90 rated card, so he's got some pretty good kind of like, I don't know what you call it, almost like SBC resale value. You know, if you want to stick him into another SBC, he's going to be pretty useful as a 90 rated card. So there is always that to fall back on as well. So it's not like a complete gamble to go and get him. So let's go ahead and crack open the 2 packs in the hope that we can recuperate some coins. So we're not going to get anything on that one. No board. Wow, there's a lot of duplicates. Obviously all this is going to be tradable, which is a bonus. Hakimi's actually quite valuable in there, I'm pretty sure, so that's good that we can sell him. Bertrand as well. And we're going to end up with a rare election players pack. So it's going to be 12 rare players, 6 gold, 6 silver. Can we get ourselves a walkout? That is the question. We get at least a board, just a board. It is an inform, though. It's Pulisic. Wow, okay, so I already have a red Pulisic. We now have an inform Pulisic. Which, to be honest, I mean, that's probably going to be worth like 10-15k. So we're, you know, straight away we're recuperating some of those coins for sure. Hope there's something else underneath, maybe. Oh, a Champions League Giroud, which I do already have. Which actually, oh no, blimey, I thought it can't be that expensive, surely. Like 2k, so that's not too bad. We will sell him. I probably should have actually waited till tomorrow. Just thinking, actually, that was a poor decision on my part. Obviously, Champions League fixtures coming up, so probably would have increased in value. Actually, that's pretty bad move by me, but we live and learn. Yeah, so Pulisic is like no more than 16k, so we're talking like 13, 14k, maybe 12 I'd say, like, at least, so not bad. I will sell him, I think. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll keep him for now, just in case another SBC comes out that requires an inform. Might be quite decent to have. He's not. If I need that 12k, then I'll probably sell him. But right now, I'm not really in desperate need of it, so I'll probably just keep the card, to be honest. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully it was quite useful and it's helped you out. I know obviously it's coming out pretty last minute, and that was because I wanted to make sure that I was going to do it. So I didn't want to just jump in and do the card and then kind of regret it. So if it was useful for you guys, then feel free to smash the like button. Comment to let me know what you think about this card. Obviously, whether you like the player, if you've done it already, what you got back in your packs, if you think the SBC is good value, all those sort of good things like that. So just let me know about that in the comment section below, guys. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, that'd be much appreciated. But that is going to be it from me, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you later.